This video contains footage of lasers, which cause flashing lights which may not be suitable for viewers with photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hoffman Engineering. Today we are taking a look at the Atezr P10 laser engraver. This benchtop 10-watt diode laser comes with everything you need to cut and engrave in your home shop, including an optional air assist and rotary attachment, at a very enticing price point. They claim it can cut and engrave woods, acrylics, leather, and even metal. So how well does it work? Let's find out. Before we begin, this laser engraver was provided to me for review by Atezr. Like all my other reviews, they aren't paying me for this review, and everything I say is my own honest opinion after using this laser for the last month. Let's get started. The Atezr P10 is a 10-watt blue diode laser engraver and cutter. It is an open-framed benchtop laser engraver with a max engraving area of 430 by 430 millimeters. The laser module uses two 455 nanometer wavelength diode lasers, which are combined with lenses to form the 10-watt output. That produces a visible blue light laser. The top of the laser module houses a cooling fan, which blows through the units to cool as well as to help blow away the smoke. The lens is surrounded by the air assist hood, which can be removed to access the lens. At the bottom of the laser module is the protective cover and glass. Atezr says that the glass filters out 97% of ultraviolet rays and is also flame retardant. Around the back of the laser module is a magnetic focus arm. To focus the laser, flip down the arm, unscrew the large knob at the back of the module, slide the arm down to the surface you are engraving, and then tighten the knob. This made it extremely quick and easy to focus. However, I found the magnets does not do a good job at keeping the lever upright. It almost always fell to the side while engraving, but it never fell all the way down. It is a little inconvenient to access the lens for cleaning, requiring 4 screws to remove the protective cover and air assist nozzle. But the air assist does an excellent job at keeping the lens clean. There was only a small buildup after all of my testing, and it was easy to wipe away. The laser module sits on the X and Y gantry. The gantry consists of V-slot wheels which ride inside the extruded aluminum frame, moved by timing belts connected to the motors. The gantry has a set of end stops for the minimum, but no end stops on the maximum distance, so it is possible to run the gantry into the frame. Moving towards the front, we find the control box and touchscreen display. The control box has inputs for power, USB, micro SD card, and an emergency stop switch. It is great to see an emergency stop latch, which immediately cuts all power to the laser. The touchscreen magnetically attaches to the control box. The magnets are in the control box, not the screen, and can be used to select cut files from the SD card for offline cutting. Unfortunately, the display isn't useful unless you are cutting from the SD card. It doesn't display any other options or controls otherwise. The first thing I noticed is that the motors are pretty loud when moving. It reminded me of my first 3D printers, kind of unpleasant to be around for long periods of time. I took the control box off to see the control board, and found a board whose model number I couldn't cross-reference. I peeled off one of the heatsinks and found that it uses 4988 stepper drivers, as I expected. These are pretty loud stepper drivers, compared to the more silent stepper drivers that are common these days. The P10 Combo Set includes air assist and a rotary attachment, but they can also be purchased separately. They could also be adapted to work with many other benchtop laser engravers if you are looking for upgrades. The air assist comes with an air compressor, the hose which runs to the laser module, and a power splitter cable which connects to the P10's power supply. The air compressor is manually controlled. It has a single knob on top which turns on and off the compressor and also adjusts the airspeed. The hose connects to the port at the top of the laser module, and the compressed air exits through the hood. Air assist is extremely helpful when cutting wood and leather. Not only does it clear away soot, which could discolor the surrounding material, the air also enhances the cuts. That allows you to cut deeper and faster. The compressor is quite loud, however. Especially at higher flow rates, it can be unpleasant to be around. It does a great job at covering up the loud stepper motor drivers, however. The rotary attachment consists of a pair of adjustable rollers, which will rotate any object placed on them. It also includes an extra tall set of legs, which will raise the frame off of the bench to provide enough room for the rotary attachments. The rollers can be adjusted to 3 different widths, which will fit a large range of object sizes. The rotary attachment also had an adjustable tailstock roller. That is useful for supporting longer objects, or unevenly shaped objects. The rotary attachment has a motor which drives the rollers, and that motor connects to where the Y-axis motor normally connects. Then the software can be configured to rotate the object under the laser module, engraving on round objects. It works very well, although I had to enable mirroring as my first attempt on engraving this dowel was mirrored. Speaking of software, Atezr provides a free copy of Laser Gerbil and a trial version of Lightburn. Both work well, but I would highly recommend spending the extra money on a Lightburn license. It really is a great piece of software. but both programs are able to connect to the Atezr P10 via USB, or save the G-code for offline engraving using the touchscreen. Atezr provides a Lightburn machine config file, but unfortunately does not provide any pre-built material libraries. Atezr does provide a reference PDF containing speeds and feeds for a variety of different materials. Atezr also has an app, which connects to the laser via Wi-Fi and allows you to remotely create and send jobs to the laser. Unfortunately, I could not get the Wi-Fi connection to work during my tests. I could connect to the network, but it failed to connect to the laser itself. Assembly was simple. Everything arrived well packed, with the belts and motors already assembled and cables nicely wrapped at the correct lengths. It comes with a ball end Allen wrenches, which makes life far easier when working at strange angles. Simply screw on the 4 frame pieces, screw in the X-axis, add the legs, and tighten the Y-axis rod, and slide in the laser module. A little cable management with the included brackets, and assembly completed. The air assist was already completely assembled. I just needed to run the air hose to the laser module and add adhesive brackets to hold it in place. Overall, it took about 20 minutes to assemble. The full color instructions were nice and clear, and I think anyone would be able to assemble this laser. So let's take a look at how well the Atezr P10 laser can cut and engrave. As always, be aware of what materials can and cannot be cut safely. Unfortunately, the user manual does not make that clear. There are no words of warning for those new to laser cutters that some material are dangerous to cut. It simply says, here are some common material parameters. Customers may need to try uncommon materials themselves, so just be aware that some materials are dangerous and even deadly, and never put unknown materials in the laser. So woods are engravers' best friend. The Atezr P10 does an excellent job at cutting and engraving woods. The air assist is excellent, making cuts extremely clean. It can cut through a 1/4 inch birch in a single pass at 175 millimeters a minute. Photo engraving is nice and crisp as well. Excellent job. Acrylics also work well, as long as they are opaque acrylics. The blue diode laser passes right through clear acrylic, so you cannot cut them on diode lasers. But this black acrylic works quite well. Unlike wood, you want to turn off the air assist. These keychains look great. Leather also worked very well, with the air assist doing an excellent job at preventing discoloration. And you can even see the individual pixels of the pattern I used. The lasers did a great job at replicating that. Moving on to slates, slate has been a favorite of mine. These slate coasters turned out excellent, giving consistent results across the entire coaster. The Atezr P10 was able to engrave on anodized aluminum, burning away the oxide layer, leaving a nice, crisp image. The same can be said for the stainless steel. The P10 can engrave directly on stainless steel. You have to go pretty slow, and the steel is likely to warp in the process, but it does leave a nice and consistent black surface on the steel. Finally, let's try the rotary attachments. It was easy to connect, but the instructions only include an extremely blurry image of the Lightburn settings, to the point where they are entirely unreadable. After a bit of trial and error, I found the settings that worked for me. Once it was configured, it engraved well. This would be perfect for cups, tumblers, and any other smooth cylindrical object. However, the lack of a chuck means that you cannot use it for uneven surfaces. You are limited to the rollers only. In conclusion, I found the Atezr P10 Laser Engraver Combo Set very pleasant to work with. It was simple to assemble and quick to get up and running with good results. The 10-watt diode laser is powerful, producing crisp and accurate cuts and engravings. It is a little loud when running, especially with the air assist going. But since all lasers need to be in a well-ventilated environment anyways, I'm not too concerned with the noise, but that could be a deal breaker for some. The air assist is a great addition, as is the rotary attachment roller. And I like how you could add in the air assist or rotary later on, if you just wanted to start with the laser. The Atezr P10 laser itself sells for $660 US, with the combo set with the air assist and rotary attachment adding an additional $190 for a total of $850 US before any sales. That positions itself in the middle of the market for 10-watt diode lasers. So thank you all for watching my review of the Atezr P10 Laser Engraver Combo Set. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe for my future laser cutting videos. And if you are interested in lasers, check out my other 10-watt laser cutter reviews, like the inexpensive CR Laser Falcon or the premium X-Tool D1 Pro. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.